He's coming this way. He's coming this way. Mandela.
Come this way.
Chocolate biscuit. Daddy, I want chocolate biscuit.
Okay, come.
All right. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has appeared in court today. Today is the 14th day of May 2025. And as I promised us that I'm going to bring us update of everything that happened in court today, that is why I'm here. So all you need to do is just to subscribe and, turn on your notification button so that anytime I upload a video, you will see it. Now, in the last court, Nnamdi Kanu, or the Nigerian government, brought some allegations against Nnamdi Kanu, right? The allegation of he formed ESN, the allegation of it was him and his men that murdered Gulak. Yes, Ahmed Gulak, the former aide of President Goodluck Jonathan. Yes, these are the allegations that they brought against Nnamdi Kanu. So today, what we are expecting is that we are expecting the lawyers, Nnamdi Kanu's legal team, to ask the witness some questions about all these allegations he brought against Nnamdi Kanu. Right? So please just stay put. I'm going to bring you every update of what happened there. And a lot of things is going to happen. I'm sure. A lot of things. All eyes are there already. So please just stay put. Now I'm going to allow you to watch the analysis they gave in the last court that he came. So please just watch it. Then you drop your comment on the comment section. And please do not forget to subscribe. All right? Please watch this.
We're back here in Nigeria, where the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has admitted into evidence and played in open court a video recording allegedly showing Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, issuing directives to his supporters, which the prosecution claims incited acts of terrorism across the southeast. In the recording, Mr. Kanu said allegedly it is important to protect the lives of IPOB in the southeast. The day's proceeding commenced with the prosecution's second witness, who gave his evidence in chief before the presiding judge, Justice James Omotosho. The witness assumed the alias BBB to protect his identity and is a serving DSS officer with at least 20 years service with the agency. Counsel for the prosecution sought to tender before the court a flash drive containing what he described as one of Mr. Kanu's broadcasts and a certificate of compliance, along with a statement written by the accused sometime in 2021. Mr. Kanu objected to the certificate of compliance of the audio and video recording and told the court that he will give reasons as to why he's objecting at a later date. The court now has before it the recording device, a certificate of compliance, even as the defense objected to the admission, as the video was played in open court. Mr. Kanu allegedly was addressing his followers and was audible when he said, quote, his reference to the proposed entity as the blessed land of Biafra. He also announced the formation of the Eastern Security Network, where he urged followers to defend their land against what he referred to as domination by another tribe. Well, let's get more on this. Senior reporter Celestina Area joins me for more on this development. Celestina, a lot has happened, in court between yesterday and today, but bring us up to speed on the day's proceeding.
Okay, well, Precious, the court today took the second witness of the federal government, who is an officer of the DSS and who has over 20 years of service, and he was codenamed Mr. BBB just to protect his identity. As we recall, the court has earlier granted an order that witnesses that will come before the court to testify in this case will be shielded and will be protected. So today he tendered two material evidence, which is a flash drive containing video recording that was made according to the witness by Nnamdi Kanu, and also his statement that was taken from Nnamdi Kanu in 2021 when he was brought back to Nigeria from Kenya, and as well as the certificate of compliance. That certificate of compliance is what gives credence to the audio and video recording in terms of how it was gotten and its admissibility. The counsel representing Nnamdi Kanu had objected to this evidences presented before the court, but said that they will give their reason for objection later, so as to not to impede the process of the trial, to allow the trial to go on, but they will give their reasons at a later date. So the court admitted these materials as evidence, and the prosecuting counsel, Adegboyega, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, asked that the audio and video recording be played in court. It was played in open court through the devices in court, and Precious, I can say it was very explosive, and from what we could see on the recording and the video that was played in court, there's something in law called res ipsa loquitur, which is it speaks for itself. And we are trying to be very careful with our narrative, because we do not want in any way to incite violence or incite Nigerians. So the defendants will have an opportunity to cross-examine the witness come tomorrow, because the court has granted a celebrated hearing in the case, which means the matter will be taken from day to day, just to expedite the process and also ensure that all of these things come to an end, because this issue has lingered on for over
and Celestina, interesting
in 2015.
Interesting you mentioned that, because I was going to say, look, it's good that now there is expedited hearing so that people do not lose track. But for those who have lost track of this particular case, it's dragged on for a really long time. Just in a minute or so, bring us up to speed on on all that has played out, what the trial is about, up to where we are now.
Okay, it started in 2015 when Mr. Kanu was arrested, and he was arrested by the DSS, put on trial, and along the process he was granted bail, and at that time he was accused of calling for he was accused of basically terrorism at that time. But along the line he was granted bail, but the federal government said that he jumped bail. But Mr. Kanu at that time put out a statement to say that he was fleeing for his life because his residence in Abuja State was raided and he had to run. So in 2021 Mr. Kanu was rearrested, and we recall that issue of his rearrest dragged up all to the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court has said that he was extraordinary renditions to Nigeria, but that should not take away the fact that he should answer for the alleged crimes against him or the alleged offenses against him. So that brought us back from the 2015 to 2021 when he was rearrested. And the videos that were played in court today was the ones that Mr. Kanu allegedly broadcasted in 2020. So in 2021, he was arrested, he was brought back to Nigeria, has been in the custody of the DSS, and the issue had been before Justice Binta Anyanku. And at that court, we didn't record any progress of the case because they were from one application to another, from one order to another, to one interlocutory injunction, to one ex parte application, because counsel to Mr. Kanu at that time had decried a lot of maltreatment of their clients, from him not having access to change of clothes and also access to medical attention. So because at the point in time in the trial, Mr. Kanu asked Justice Binta to recuse herself from the trial, that he didn't have confidence in her delivering judgment or justice. So she recused herself from the trial, and the case was taken to Justice James Omotosho, who is the current judge handling the case as of today.
Thank you so much. Listen, that was, brilliantly done, packing more than 10 years or 10 years, into just a minute. Thank you, Celestina, for that update. Senior reporter, Celestina Area, live for us in Abuja.
When Tinubu entered that Sorok, was it not when Sodibo and Shore were released? Is that not
so if you man never enter Sorok, can be saying they can't go continue.
Why not? They cannot. It's not possible. Shore had been pampered, and I told you before, he is Tinubu's boy. That is why that guy.
The same Shore where they attack for this
leave this thing. I said leave that thing.
The same Shore where they attack for this marathon.
Leave that thing. Leave that thing.
Now you say that Tinubu boy.
Why did he go and sit where the government? Okay,
so because it's Iranian governor, now make a Tinubu boy.
Hold on. All the cases have been happening over the years. Why have you not gone in for any of them? Why have you not gone in for any of them? Tell me. After all the gragra, they will release it. Please, can anybody tell me anywhere in the world where IPOB has been proscribed as a terrorist organization? How come it is only Buhari and his brothers? This prosecution came under Buhari, and he didn't want to mention his kinsmen as a terrorist group. So when you add all this things together, you will now see that there is injustice against Nnamdi Kanu. It has spread to every Igbo man. Precious, I have not seen one single reason, except that what? The Igbos don't like injustice. Nothing else. They don't like.
But inside the Igbo land, injustice no day. That's the question.
Hold on.
Because the leaders of Igbo land also they do injustice to their fellow Igbo people. The way they develop their region, that will not be injustice.
Listen very well. Sir. Don't conclude.
Sorry, sir.
Now, the problem the Igbos have with every other part of them is because of this injustice, and then two, we don't like hero worship. If you want an Igbo man to come and lick your boot, it will never happen. They are the most diligent, the most peaceful ethnic group in Nigeria. And they were not bad until these people came into Igbo land. Yes.
Na person make them bad.
Exactly.
How?
They took advantage of kidnapping is not in our culture now. It wasn't.
Is there anybody where did their culture?
Of course. You know the people who were doing it. The people from Niger Delta, they started the kidnapping the white men because of degradation.
So you mean say kidnapping the blood of Niger Delta people?
I said they started it in Nigeria. Everybody know. In fact, militancy started there. That was why they gave them amnesty. Militancy started in Niger Delta. And you and I know the reason.
So then if they ask you the occupation of Niger Delta people, go say na militant.
I say most of their boys, what are they doing?
And kidnapping.
What else they cannot farm, they cannot fish. Their land has been messed up. So what do you think they will do?
So farming and fishing not be part of your occupation anymore.
I said
na militancy and kidnapping.
Because those things have been taken out of them. They resorted to kidnapping Oyibos and other prominent Niger Delta before for spoiling their land.
So people when they Shagamu forest now where they kidnap Niger Delta people.
I said they started it. These other people now copied it.
Which other people?
This other part of the country. These other young men in the other part of they now took advantage. And yes, and now.
So Niger Delta set example.
Upgraded it. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. From history, it started in.
That means the Igbo boys say they kidnap now. Where they do organ harvesting. They learn them from.
They learn it. Yes.
So to do Ogwego, money medicine, jazz. And to get quick reach. Now Igbo man, sorry, Niger Delta people, Igbo people learn from.
We are talking of kidnapping. You are doing all Gwego and all. They are talking of kidnapping and militancy.
So when they do organ harvesting, not be kidnap, they kidnap people.
Hold on, and militancy.
We want to. Barrister Darlington, when they kidnap people, organ harvesting, not be kidnap the first kidnap person before they even do organ harvesting. If they do money medicine to use person do ritual killing, not be kidnap, they kidnap people, they use ritual killing.
Hold on.
So how did the kidnap start that they will use it and do money ritual killing?
Well. Look, let us not miss up, please.
Okay, sir.
Kidnapping and militancy started in Niger Delta.
That's
and I'm giving you the reason.
But I'm telling you that
they not copied it. So this thing they started in Niger Delta. When they gave them amnesty and the thing stopped, these other people now felt that
so to copy in ritual killing from Niger Delta.
Did they start ritual killing here now? We are talking
about ritual killing. They start by kidnapping the person.
Please don't mix it up.
Okay, that kind of kidnapping another branch.
We are not talking about ritual killing here now. We are talking about militancy and kidnapping for ransom.
Okay, sir.
Militancy and kidnapping for ransom.
It be not mentioned ransom before.
That was what they were making money out of it now.
No problem.
It was from there now that when they gave them amnesty, the thing now stopped in Niger Delta. Then these other boys who felt that they had been left out now took it from them. That was how it started. Something started somewhere. You must go to the origin of anything that you are trying to discuss.
All right, so by in a nutshell,
they upgraded it.
In a nutshell, any ECN person will kidnap or anything, or any IP will kidnap, they learn them from Niger Delta.
It started there. It started in Niger Delta. Yes,
it started.
Yes, and I tell you the reason. I gave you the reason because the boys have nothing to do. Their land has been messed up. They can't farm. They can't fish.
All right.
The trial have started, and people are now. I think many lawyers, legal minds have come to realize that this is no longer prosecution but persecution, and that is why they volunteer to come into the matter. Because the law is being taught outside down here, and if you're a legal man, you not allow that to happen. They are there to tell the federal government the truth about this matter, because they refuse to listen to wise counsel earlier on. When they called to say this man should go and they refuse. So this time around, I want to see that excuse they will give. This terrorism charges they brought against Nnamdi Kanu, I want to see how it will stand. Because it is only Buhari that sees Nnamdi Kanu as a terrorist and IPOB as a terrorist group. But Fulani herdsmen and all the other groups that are killing Nigerians all over the place, they are not. They should tell us when Nnamdi Kanu killed one particular Nigerian, or when IPOB went to ransack an entire village, kill everybody there. You do know what terrorism, terror. That means you are putting fear in people. You are destroying lives and property. And they should come and tell us. So these other ones who are doing it, with arrogance and impunity. Maybe they are saints, while Nnamdi Kanu is declared a devil.
So now the call by the IPOB, that's Indigenous People of Biafra, condemning the scheduled court procession and the scheduled court proceedings and all of that, saying that if Nnamdi Kanu is being tried in a court of law in Nigeria, that is more like, will I say, they call it a sham to start.
Yeah, it's a persecution because jurisdiction matters. You said Nnamdi Kanu said all sorts of things. He said it in England, in UK.
So you don't think that can actually,
it will not stand.
Like a hindrance?
It will never stand. It will not stand. The case is dead on arrival. It will not stand. If you check, Nnamdi Kanu has been saying he wants to go through trial. Yeah. So he's not afraid of going through trial because he has said that he did not do anything wrong. That is a self-determination group leader. He's not shying away from
which in Nigeria now have been prescribed and been tagged a terrorist group. In Nigeria, the courts made IPOB to be a terrorist organization.
No. Your law must be in tandem with international norms.
Okay.
You can't just wake up and take laws into your hand and say that everybody will suffer. Is it true that this thing is the UN Charter? Self-determination. Is it in UN Charter? The answer is capital yes. That is why nobody in the whole world sees Nnamdi Kanu as a terrorist. So on what ground are you now going to prosecute and persecute him?
All right, so you have seen it. Thank you very much. Do well to subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you and God bless you.